Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of Rolling 20s. Woo! Oh my god. This series, as you saw in the intro video, if you chose to watch that, if not, let me sum it up for you. This series has been a dream of mine for many years, and now we're finally here. We're finally doing it. We have Starbucks and charcuterie in tow, and we are ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons. So, in this first episode, we're going to be doing the A team, which again, if you watched the intro, sorry to cover all this. But how we're playing is we have an A team and a B team of two different sets of characters interacting in the world at the same time. And by the way, I didn't say this, but the world we're interacting in, ladies and gentlemen, is not one, not only the Curse of Strahd. So they will both be interacting in Barovia at the same time. Consequences will be affecting both parties. None of them have met each other, and we're about to play D&D for the first time. Woo! As a group. It's Abby's first time playing D&D ever. Mm-hmm. How do you feel?
Nervous, but also excited.
Ready to throw up?
Yes.
Same. You've played D&D many a time there, Charlie. How are you feeling?
I'm so excited. Not nervous. I'm too cool for that.
I'm freaking out. I mean, we've played D&D for a while now, but DMing on camera is threatening.
Not my problem.
I feel like a gun is pointed at the back of my head, or the front of my head, rather. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. The first episode ever.
Yay!
Of Rolling 20s.
Ooh.
I like that.
Our story begins on a boat. A small cruising vessel. Not a yacht. Not a sailboat. But a ferry. That's the word I was searching for. That's the word I was stalling for. A ferry boat making its way through dark black waters that lap against the sides of the boat, their waves almost appearing a light gray. There is no blue tones to be found anywhere. Even though it's midday, the sky is dreary, covered in clouds. There's a mist, a thick fog, sort of covering and blanketing the earth. It's not raining, but there's that wet, damp mist of a persistent feeling of a coming storm. Slight rolls of thunder in the background, but no lightning appears. It's just dark. It's gross. The water's a little rougher than it has been. And we find a young maiden laying in her bedchambers, looking at the ceiling. Eyes wide, starting on her first big adventure, leaving home, family waiting, searching, wandering, clueless to where she is. Sasha.
Yeah.
Would you like to describe your character?
Sure. So she is a human girl who is probably around her adolescent, so like maybe 18, 19 years old. She is average height, and she has long white hair. She has very fair skin and very, very ghosts.
The damn mists of Barovia have begun already.
She has like brown eyes, and yeah, she's wearing a what was probably at one point a very fine looking beautiful red gown, but has definitely seen a lot of wear and tear and some mud stains, and it's definitely had better days. Same with her hair. It was probably once in a beautiful updo and is now frizzy and falling all over the place.
You've woken up. This is your 4th night on the boat now. According to the little itinerary you were given, this should be the last day of travel. What do you do?
I look around. Do I have a window in my room?
Yeah, you have a little like portcullis. Those boat windows, you know.
What's the view outside the window?
Well, as I described,
I just
30
the black
to
ocean.
45
the black
seconds ago,
ocean.
there's a
Okay.
black ocean, lapping mists, light thunder. Can't really see any. There's land in the distance, but you can't really get a good look at them. Why does he have a popsicle stick? Sorry.
I can't get out.
D&D with cats. You can see landmass sort of in the distance. Nothing, too distinguishable. You're the boat's moving this way, right? And you're looking out to the side. So your destination is in front of you somewhere. So from the window, you're seeing just kind of trees, forest.
What kind is this, like, just ferry, like they're offering like where I'm sleeping and that's it, or like are there activities aboard this cruise?
There's activities. There's some things that were promised. Some badminton on the front promenade on the deck of the boat. There's also bingo
Ooh.
every night.
Ooh.
There's a pool, but it's really just kind of a big metal barrel that was probably on a farm at some point that's been filled with water.
Okay.
The same grayish.
Is there a buffet?
Absolutely, there's a buffet.
Let's go to the buffet.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
It's morning.
Morning?
Morning
So
time.
breakfast buffet?
Mhm.
Let's do it.
You arrive to the buffet and are greeted with the usual kind of gray gruel.
Oh.
Not sure if it's grits or oatmeal. There's some fresh berries, some lettuce
So we'll take that.
on the side.
We'll skip on the
Pass
mystery
on the
slop.
lettuce.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you want the lettuce. You
Uh,
crave the lettuce.
I don't. I'll just take the berries for now, I think.
Berries. There's some bacon that looks serviceable. It's probably not the 5-star bouquet. The 5-star buffet.
I expect my bacon to be in the shape of flowers.
Yes, no. It's not the 5-star buffet that was promised on the advert when you bought your ticket, but it's serviceable food.
We'll stick to
You've
the
ate it for
berries.
3 days, or you've only had berries for breakfast for 3 days.
How am I doing?
There's some coffee.
We'll take that. Mm-hmm.
Your bowel movements have been great
Okay.
on this boat. There's some coffee. It's not too bad. There's teas. Surprisingly pretty fresh milk available. The produce is pretty decent
Cool.
on the boat, yeah.
I will pile a plate or bowl, I guess, full of berries and a big cup of coffee.
Okay.
And then is there like seating on the deck area?
Yeah, so there's like typical sort of lounge seating sort of on the edges of the deck if you wanted to look out. There's also tables.
Are there tables by the badminton? Can I observe?
Yeah.
Is anyone playing badminton right now?
Make a perception check.
Ooh! So just a 14 then.
There's some people, it's pretty misty out here, but there's some people playing badminton. Yeah, there's 2 men sort of.
I would like to
Batting
sit and
the
watch them
racket.
play.
Okay. They kind of look over in your direction, give you a nod, go back to playing. They're not very good.
I'm gonna obnoxiously cheer for them.
Okay. They kind of,
Get it!
they're older. Kind of look at you, pick up their badminton, walk past you. You notice
Oh, did I end the game?
you notice as you walk past you that they're actually the trainers on the boat, so they run all the activities. They run bingo, they run badminton, they run.
Just those 2 guys.
Yeah. it's not a huge ship. It's not like, you know, Carnival Cruise. Like, it's like, that was me being a boat horn. It's, you know, it's mid-sized ferry.
Okay.
Crossing Staten Island.
Do I know their names by now?
Yeah, one of them is Jerry. He's a half-elf. Kind of seems down on his luck. Older gentleman. Kind of hear him mumbling about his ex-wife every now and again. The other is a human gentleman. He's young. He started the boat tour seeming very excited. Since then, he's been a little gray, pale.
What's behind the curtain?
Can you please? You think the younger gentleman's name is
Oh, I think.
Adam? You've
Adam.
heard that name thrown around, but you've also heard a couple different people on the boat referred to as Adam.
Oh.
So you're not sure if people just don't quite know his name, or if there's just a lot of Adams on board.
Well, as they're leaving, I'll be like, well, who won? Adam?
They don't respond. They just walk off.
Okay.
As they walk past you, you kind of look around. You see a familiar face that you've seen on board a couple times, swinging her feet, kind of a smile on her face, reading a book or a map. You're not quite sure what she's reading. Is a young gnomish girl. Pippinstotch, would you like to describe yourself?
I am a fairly short forest gnome, so the shortest in my family. And I have very tan, freckly skin from working in the fields all day long in my childhood. And I have pretty, not too terribly long, dark hair, but it's always cut up in a braid. It's kind of frizzy from my travels. And I'm wearing some leather stuff I fashioned just from random scraps I found. And yes, I am reading a book. I have found it somewhere on board. I think someone left it or dropped it somewhere, but they haven't come back for it. So I figured, oh, it's fine. I'll just borrow it temporarily, maybe. Unless it's super interesting, then I'll keep it. And I am wearing my reading glasses right now because I can't see you up close, which is strange because I had to see up close for most of my travels. Yes.
Yeah. You've never approached her before, but something kind of catches your eye about her today. She seems giddy. Be it the end of the journey, be it maybe something interesting has come across in her book.
I will get up from my seat at my table and I will saunter over to that table.
Okay, make a perception check.
Natural 20!
Nine?
Which means it's just a 20.
First 20 of the night! You might want to turn that off so the battery okay. You notice the book she's reading says, Strahd, dark and handsome. And there's a very cheesy sort of romance photo of a poorly dressed,
Like Whittle.
drawn, you know, it's drawn, illustration of a vampire type individual with a young, juicy looking lady, kind of, you know.
I know where we're going. Do I know where we're going? Do I know
You know where you're going.
Okay.
You bought tickets for this vessel.
Okay. So, how's the book?
Oh, it's hilarious. It's so poorly written. You have to read it.
Ooh. Are there, like, really weird, like, descriptions of body parts?
There are. It's almost like whoever wrote this book has never seen a body part in their entire life.
Tell me more.
So basically, you have this random vampire dude. I still have no idea who this is. But the girl, she's described as your typical average human girl.
Uh-huh.
Who apparently is not likable at all. Even though I think she's fairly likable. I mean, you know, she's probably the best part of the book, at least. And
Okay.
I'm not too certain about where the relationship is going. I can't tell if the dude has bad intentions, if he plans on eating her, or what's going on.
That's fair. My name's Sasha.
I'm Pippin Stodge.
It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
What brings you on this wonderful ferry?
Curiosity, mostly. I heard about this trip to Barovia, and I had to check it out. I'm wondering what we'll find.
I don't have any idea what we're gonna find, but I'm hoping no one finds me. That's why I'm here.
Why are you hoping no one finds you?
You know, sometimes you just have tons of people looking for you, and you don't want them to find you.
I mean, I can understand that. I'm kind of in a similar boat myself, pun
Really?
intended.
Oh, huh. That's amazing.
Of course, I kind of might have not left my mother a note that I was going on a trip. So,
Ooh, a runaway. Same. I totally ran away. Did not want to be home anymore. My parents thought it was a great idea to arrange a marriage for me, and I said, fuck no, and now I'm here.
well, I mean that's fair. I wouldn't want my parents to marry him off to some random person I don't know either.
Exactly. Well, I knew him, but it doesn't matter.
Not a good person.
Not the point.
Okay.
No, it's just, I should choose. It should be my choice. Like, What is that? A dying seagull?
I think they might need to fix the horn on this boat.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be landing in Barovia in the next 2 minutes.
Oh.
Please prepare yourself for landing.
Does this mean I need to grab hold of the railing or something?
Yeah, like, should we brace?
Oh, jeez.
I need both of you to make a dexterity saving
Oh my
throw.
goodness. Go ahead.
What's my dexterity? Should I just take a 20?
You take a big 20. I'm just using the big one because I can see it best. And then you're going to add
Plus
4.
to whatever I roll.
Mm-hmm.
8 plus 4.
Ooh.
That's 12.
14.
Sasha, out of the corner of your eye, you see a flash of white hair sweep around you, and you feel something grab your arm and put your arm onto the handlebar. And just in time, you brace yourself, and it's rough, it's patchy, but for some reason or another, you were able to grab that bar and hang on to yourself.
Thank you.
You turn as you're kind of bumping, and you see Pippin is rolling down the side of the boat. She ate proverbial ass and is now being sort of sent backwards down the deck along with some of the chairs and furniture. There's bits of bacon and that gray gruel
Oh, no.
kind of flying about.
Can I try and grab her? It's too late.
You could, but you would let go of yourself,
Oh,
and then
no,
you'd kind of be,
that.
throwing yourself.
No.
The boat
I don't
comes
know
to a
how
halt.
that.
Pippin, you kind of catch your breath. You're covered in a little bit of oatmeal, and you're all the way on the other side of this deck now. You see Sasha kind of gripping the thing with a look of shock and fear in her face, and you hear over the loudspeaker,
Change of plans. We have made berth in Barovia.
Well, if I got lunch for later.
Oh, that's a great. Can I start like shoving some berries in a bag?
Sure.
That's a good idea.
I mean, I'm covered in it.
You guys collect yourself. Pippin, you wipe some of the oatmeal off of you. You're still a little sticky, but you get through. You get through it. And you start walking down the steps of the boat. They pulled out, stairs for you to descend the ferry. And you walk onto a dock. You see a forest in front of you. Not much else.
Oh,
2 other people get off the boat with you.
where are they headed?
Are you asking them, or are you?
No, I'm at you said there's a forest in front of us. I'm guessing there's a road.
Yeah.
Are they
there's
headed to a town? Are they just walking into the woods?
There's kind of a path carved out onto a road. You see it, goes.
Does it go
in-
like into the wood? Like
Yeah, it goes into the woods a little bit, and then you see it kind of peels off, so you can go left, right, or straight.
are there signs?
Yeah, there's signs. Do you walk up to the sign?
I wanted to see where the other people were going and kind of use them as a judge of like maybe
Okay.
this is where town is.
One of them takes a left, the other goes straight.
Oh, great. What is the signs there?
There's a big, tall, rickety wooden sign. It's almost gray. And there's a big arrow pointing forward that says Borovia. And then to the left, the sign says Deeper Woods. And to the right, the sign says River Ilvis Crossroads.
I'm going. So the one person was going straight and was going into Barovia. So I guess I'm going to follow that person.
Okay. Pippin?
I think I will follow Sasha.
Okay. Do you talk to each other while you go, or are you just sneakily walking behind her?
Well, I'm trying to catch up, but my legs are short, so.
Do you slow down for her?
Can I hear her?
Yeah, you can hear her walking. She's
Yeah.
not sneaking.
Thanks,
Yes,
Sasha.
I will slow down.
Yay.
So do you have any like plans? Like, do you know where to stay in town?
Not really. I'm just kind of winging it at this point. I have an idea of where I want to go. I just need to figure out where it is.
Did any of like the brochures that we got for that ferry, did any of them advertise like different places to be once we got here, or was it just like boat cruise?
It was just the boat cruise.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, so I guess we'll just keep walking.
we'll explore.
I'm hoping there's like an inn. I don't know.
Or a tavern.
Yeah, something.
Can I have one of you roll a d12?
Go ahead.
Okay. I forgot which one's a D12.
It's the round, not that one, but the one that's going to be slightly less round compared to that one.
That's a D8. I can't see the D. This guy? No, that's a 20.
That's a 22.
This one?
What does a 12 look like? I have a D10 and a D8. Is there such a thing as a D12? Are you positive? Could you show us an example?
I'm.
Oh, wait, is this it?
Found it.
Yeah,
Found one.
yeah, it's the hexagon one.
It's a 12.
Ooh! I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
I don't know either.
It doesn't look like a good thing.
She's considering.
Cheers.
As you walk through the woods, it's quiet. It's dark.
We lose that person in front of us.
You can kind of still see their outline, but the mist, the fog is dark. It's unlike anything you've ever experienced dark. It's almost so you can see him, but he almost shifts and disappears. As you look at your hand in front of you, a similar effect kind of happens. Sometimes you can see it, but if you pass it through a patch of very thick fog, it almost disappears right in front of you. It's extremely disorienting. The woods are so dark black around you as well that you really can't see much. You can't hear much. You can't do much because all you see, all you sort of feel is this chill, and you can see the road in front of you. And you hear
Oh, God.
a snap.
Oh, no.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh, no, no, no.
You hear the bushes rustle around you.
What direction?
Make a perception check.
A 19.
Okay. It'll be, it's coming from your right.
I'm human, so I don't even have dark vision, so I really can't see anything. So maybe I had heard that, I guess.
Yeah, you hear the rustling coming from your right.
I think over there. Wait, that's my left. Over there.
I need you both to roll initiative.
Oh my god! Okay.
Okay.
10 and 13.
13, 10. Okay.
Killing it.
All right, Sasha, you get to move first as an enormous white wolf
Oh crap.
bursts from the forest. I need you to make an intelligence check.
Okay. Am I smart? 15.
You know from some of the storybooks that you read around your house that this is a dire wolf. And they usually don't travel alone.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
There's gonna be more. And then I'm going to hit it with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
A beam of crackling energy strikes a creature within my range. I have to make a ranged spell attack against the target, and on a hit, it takes 1d10 force damage.
Okay.
So, a spell attack is the d20 plus my spell attack bonus.
Plus your proficiency.
I think in theory I added that already.
Oh, okay.
I think. I don't know why I wouldn't have. 17.
That hits.
Yes. I need a d10. Which is somewhere. This one? Nope. That's a 12. This one? That's an 8. Somewhere in between those two.
The D10 is the round boy. It kind of looks like this, but with single numbers. I have one. Oh.
There's gotta be like 6 of them in here somewhere. I'm just gonna use yours. What is that?
That is a 1.
A 1.
Excellent. That's it. There's nothing added to that.
No, it's just on a hit, the target takes 1d10 force damage.
Okay.
Just of green.
It doesn't even wince. It just kind of snarls at you.
Well, that was me.
Alright. It's your turn now. You get a movement, an action, and a bonus action.
Okay. And we're dealing with direwolf.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if I should use minor illusion.
You could.
Like, cause maybe I could conjure up an illusion just to scare it off.
You could. Oh, hey, wait. Never mind.
Okay.
Never mind.
What scares a direwolf? Okay, I think I want to try casting minor illusion.
Okay. What do you cast?
Sasha, do you know what could possibly scare a direwolf?
Well, minor illusion doesn't have like size. Like, how big can you? Like, you can't make a dragon, right?
Right. But I could make a sound or something.
Oh. I don't know. Maybe the sound of dragon.
I
Can it do sounds, really?
Yeah, I can create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration.
I think dragons sound scary. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking.
I think that is what I'm willing to try.
Okay.
No, what do I?
Is there a save for that?
Yes. I have to check my investigation against my spell save DC, which is a 14.
I have to roll an investigation against your spell save. Oh my god, it rolled a natural 1.
Oh boy. No.
Sasha,
Mm-hmm.
you shoot this
Pitiful, really.
pitiful whiff of eldritch energy. The wolf doesn't even phase. Pippin buzzes around, has this quick side conversation with you, and she just turns and goes, and you see the arcane energy stick out of her hands, and you hear a
I mean, look, I knew you were gonna do it, but like,
come from the woods.
crap.
And the dire wolf runs, tail between its legs, off into the woods. And with that, the first encounter comes to an end.
We should go. We should go.
Let's just run.
Because there might be more.
You run?
Yes.
Okay. Start
I hike
sprinting.
up my skirts. I'm not messing around. Oh wait,
Sprinting.
how short? But I'm still not. I'm not leaving her in the dust.
Not leaving
with
her in the
short
dust?
legs.
Okay. The gentleman that you were following
Is gone, and he
Gone.
was the wolf.
ran
Oh,
completely out of town.
Was that our first werewolf?
Might have been. I don't know.
Rude, sir.
All right. You reach another fork in the road.
Was it Adam?
Is it you? You reach another fork in the road. This one is a much more recent looking sign. It's also not as like artisanally crafted, I would say. It's much more like nailed up, kind of rough. It's a left or a right choice. The left says village.
Mm-hmm.
The right says encampment.
Oh. Well, you know, personally, generally, I think like a village would be nice with like a hotel, an inn, a bed, but like I picked that last one and it didn't go so great, so I'm gonna let you pick this one. And I'm just gonna go with wherever you decide.
All right, let's. I suppose we can flip a coin or something.
Go ahead.
Okay. Roll a d20. On an even number, you'll get encampment. On an odd number, you'll get
I
village.
have a D2 in there somewhere.
An 8.
What did you say?
What was even?
we have a D2 in here.
But I think because
I think I said even encampment on village.
Well, you're the DM. You make the call.
All right, you guys make the call and then re-roll. Which one do you want to be with?
How about 10 and under is encampment?
10 and under is encampment.
11
over
and above
is village. Okay.
8. So we're going to
Wow, 2 8s in a row. Okay.
Roughing it in the woods.
You start down the path. The mist again, heavy, thick. You can almost feel it in your lungs. Yeah, as you blow, a sort of Scooby-Doo donut shape arrives.
I'm having fun with that.
Grab it out, take a bite. No. The road gradually disappears and it's sort of replaced. And this was like, you know, it was a path, but it was a carved road that wagons were going on. You know, it was dirt road. It ends and transforms into this muddy, twisting, winding sort of trail.
Gonna really hike up the skirt.
You see the ruts of wagons. There's evidence that, you know, there's been wagons and people coming through, but it's muddy. The mist, as you continue down this path, 5, 10, 20 minutes down this trail, the mist starts to lift a little bit.
Oh.
And in the middle of the mist, you see a clearing. You can hear the sounds of a small creek transforming into a larger river up ahead. And you see this encampment. It's several hundreds of feet across. It's a pretty wide encampment in this clearing, right on the riverbank. And you see 5 extremely bright, colorful, round tents sort of set up. There's a fire pit.
Ooh.
You see wagons. There's horses and mules tied up, beasts of burden. There's some goats also hanging around, eating, some chickens running. You see little children sort of running, playing, chasing the chickens. You see lots of adults in these sort of loose, swaying clothing. The tents have sort of patchwork colors.
Ooh.
There's, rugs hanging that have been cleared, these beautiful rugs that are clearly handcrafted, hand woven with intricate designs. There's something smells delicious coming from the fire. You see sort of bowl of produce looking fresh and delicious, some berries that might have been foraged, nuts, things of that nature. Towards the shore there's a much larger tent. It's not round.
Like the river shore.
Yeah, towards the river shore there's a long tent, and you can see more horses, more animals over there. Again, you see some wagons tied up. And you see a figure standing by the fire. You also can see over the river these large looming mountain ranges. You see lightning flash in the distance over by the mountains.
But it's not raining.
It's not raining. It's that there's this heavy, ever-present mist. So it's almost like a thick humidity. It's wet. Your hair feels wet. Some of your clothes are starting to feel wet. You've been out walking in this now for almost an hour. But it's not rain. What do you do?
Is there, there's a large group of people by, a fire?
Yeah.
Like a majority of them?
There's 4 or 5 people sort of by the fire. Some women cooking. A couple of men sort of just lounging. There's an older woman that seems to be standing, kind of supervising everything.
I will approach her, who I
Okay.
think is in charge of everything, and just sort of say, hi, do you have room for 2 more?
She smiles. She looks at you. She's an older woman. She has the lines of wisdom and age. Plump. Doesn't look, starved or anything. Incredibly wrinkled. Her hair is gray, curly, twisted. She wears a loose top, loose skirt kind of hanging. No intricate jewelry, nothing like that. Pretty, looks like a woman who has done work, done labor in her life. Pippin, you can kind of see the dirt on her hands, sort of, similar to a lot of people you grew up. This is someone that lives off the land and, works for her survival, but she's not struggling to survive. Just someone that's been doing it for a while. And she looks at you and says, I guess, stranger, what brings you to our encampment?
I'm looking for shelter.
Are your intentions pure? And she grabs your chin, kind of looks you over. Or not?
Depends on your definition of pure.
She looks at you, Pippin, and gives you a up and down. I smell the salty air on you. You must have just gotten off the boat, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And what brings you to our country?
Is she still touching my face?
I was wondering that too.
Just stuck here.
She drops your chin.
I was looking to get away.
Make a deception check.
Deception? I'm not lying, but okay.
Or persuasion.
I can do that. Give me 1 second. I can do math when I want to. 19.
And you, young gnome?
I am here out of the curiosity of what of what Barovia has to offer.
And what would Barovia have to offer you, young, free, innocent, unaware of the troubles of this land?
Well, I grew up in a relatively normal life on a farm, I'm sure you would understand. So I'm looking for a bit of excitement and adventure.
That attitude will get you killed. Come to my tent.
Alright.
We will see what lies in the future for you first, then we will decide if you stay.
Okay.
You enter the tent.
Do you think she's gonna eat us?
No, but she might leave us to the wolves again.
Great. Awesome.
There are candles all throughout the tent, floating in the air. Hogwarts style.
Ooh.
The flames burn red, some blue,
Oh.
yellow, gold, all different colors. Kind of giving it almost like a stained glass effect. There's all different, or a disco ball, if you will. There's all different colors sort of lighting up the tent.
Great.
There's a beautiful rug, to use modern terms, sort of like a Persian style, very intricately designed and dyed. There's lots of like handcrafted items, sort of like clay pots hanging with plants, some you can recognize some medicinal herbs, things like that. There's glass, very amateurly made glass sculptures and hanging sort of wind chime, things like that. It's beautifully decorated. And you see in the middle there's a table with a sort of round design, a big tablecloth that has intricate embroidery all over it, and a ball and a deck of cards.
Oh
And
my
she
god.
Yay.
sits down on a stool, and there's 2 pillows sort of on the floor that she notions to.
I sit down. I'm excited.
I also sit on a pillow,
Okay.
like kind of on my knees, because I don't know how tall the table is.
It's like, well,
It's a low table.
Okay.
I distinctly do not sit like a lady.
Legs spread.
Legs spread. Like man spreading around this cushion. Well, not like one knee up and then like resting on it.
Okay.
It looks awkward in the dress.
Looks uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Griffin, you notice this very uncomfortable display of masculinity. Do you say anything to her? Or she's just kind of giving you a once-over?
Are you a fortune teller?
I am a teller of truths and things to come.
Do you pay? Like, do I have to pay for you to tell my fortune?
Did I or did I not welcome you into my camp, young one?
You did, and I'm willing to pay for it.
I entered you here. Your payment will be whether or not you stay in my camp or not.
So how much?
Sasha.
You said my payment would make me stay.
No.
So how much?
I said your payment will be whether you stay in my camp or not. Your future will tell us that.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Noted. Can I compliment her on her decor?
You can.
I noticed those glass sculptures, and I think they are very well made. Because I think they're pretty. Okay, I want to learn. Teach me.
Of all the
I don't
things
like
in the
that.
room, you picked the thing that was specifically described as amateurly made.
But I love that kind of stuff.
You think my hands made that glass statue?
Or do you know the person who did make it?
Obviously, it is hanging in my tent.
So you think maybe later I can learn the craft?
If you enjoy learning from 5-year-old children, perhaps that can be arranged. But first,
Okay.
She's
your future.
Hey, show off those cards.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official tarot card deck from Curse of Strahd. I will pass the deck to each of you. You will give it a shuffle until your heart's content.
Alright.
The cards will tell us about your journey here in Barovia.
Is this like tarot cards when they fall out? Am I supposed to give you those? Okay.
Do not disrespect the Taroka cards, for they possess the answers to all.
Do you shuffle and then pass?
Shuffle and then pass.
Here. I am very small, I am sorry.
I know this song.
Fingers crossed we stay.
Where's the song from? I feel like it's an anime song. Is it not?
Well, it's the Dance Macabre as featured in the Arcana.
Oh, that's why.
That doesn't sound like an anime to me.
Let us see what the cards tell. For as you have entered Barovia, so you will change Barovia.
Oh.
The first card will tell us where we will find answers lie in our past. Card 1 speaks of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you to understand your path
I feel like I should.
and your enemies. The Beast.
Who's the first card?
Beast!
The Beast, knowledge of the past.
The Beast sits in his dark throne. Number 2. Our second card will tell us of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol and great hope. The holy symbol of Ravenkind. Your card is the Dark Lord.
He's good.
He lurks in the depths of darkness, in the one place to which he must return.
So,
The Sun Sword. This is a card of power, strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. The Ghost.
The ghost is a 4th card? Or is the Sun Sword the ghost?
The ghost is the 3rd card, which is the consort.
What?
This is the 4th. This is the 3rd card.
Sun Sword's a ghost, okay.
Yes.
Each of the card positions have a name, basically. But that doesn't really matter.
Well, that's just the card.
Stir the spirit of a clumsy knight whose crypt lies deep within a castle.
Is this still the Sun Sword?
Yes, this is the 3rd card.
This is the.
There's a lot. There's a Sun Sword, there's a ghost, there's
Well,
a
it's
knight.
the ghost
It's a lot
card.
happening.
The ghost card is in the position of the Sun Sword.
Just like how the powerful force of good is the Dark Lord. Which I find to be a very funny position.
Yeah, I feel like having the card of hope being the Dark Lord, that doesn't sound like a good thing.
This card will shed light on who will help you greatly in your battle against darkness. The Broken One. Your greatest ally will be a wizard.
Okay, gotta look for a wizard. Find a wizard.
His mind is broken,
Oh.
but his spells are strong.
Find a broken wizard. I
Is
feel like that's gonna be kind of easy.
it though?
I mean, have you met a...
Your enemy is a creature of darkness, whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. The Donjon. A dungeon, but it's spelled Donjon.
Don Juan?
The Donjon.
That's a weird way of saying it.
He lurks in a hall of bones
Oh.
in the dark pits of this castle.
Alright.
Okay, so maybe avoid the castle.
Or
Find a wizard.
This is your future in Barovia.
Oh, that one sounds important.
What will you do with it? All the lights in the town and the tent blow out
The timing on music, though.
and then come back on. You may stay in my camp.
Oh, good. That's nice.
thank you.
I will
And
leave.
she leaves.
Oh. Is there like a tip jar?
Make a investigation check.
Oh. Oh, well. I meant well. That sure is a whole 6.
You do not see one.
I will slip 1 gold coin on the table and just leave it there.
Okay.
Since I could not find a jar.
Do you leave the tent?
I
Yes.
mean, yeah.
You leave the tent and enter back into the encampment. You see somehow it's gotten slightly darker outside, even though it was pretty gray. You think this is probably the beginning of the sun starting to go down in Barovia. You sit and sort of hang out with the locals. You learn that they refer to themselves as the Vistani. Vistani, if you want to write that down.
Vistani.
No, Vistani, Vistani. They are a traveling sort of nomadic people, but they mostly stay within Barovia. They tell you that once you are in Barovia, there is no way to leave. At least that's something that they kind of say is like part of their creed. And the reason why they don't leave Barovia, they explain to you that they can't. You're not sure if they mean that literally or if it's just tradition. They feed you, you play with the children, you play some games, that good hoop and the stick game, you help them chase down the chickens every now and again. You notice that the animals, despite not being tied down, don't go far from the camp. They seem to stay, within the boundaries of the encampment. People start to wind down, a few hours pass. You just get to learn and experience the camp. Pip and you get to see some glass working. They don't let you in on anything, but you at least get to see some of it being done, and some of it is really expertly done. There's some glass blowers there making, vases and things like that they're setting out onto a wagon. You think they probably are going to bring it into town to sell or something of that nature. They make wind chimes, all sorts of things. And you start to sit down, sort of wind down, and an older man kind of just begins talking really out of nowhere. Now, things start to fade. It's quiet. He begins to speak. A mighty wizard came to this land over a year ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where we all stand. He was charismatic. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the devil. He stirred them into thoughts of revolt and bore them to a castle in mass. When the devil appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror, and a few stood their ground, but never seen again. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other. Their battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to a precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard, yet by magic he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and by magic he survived. But the devil fell upon him. The wizard's magic could not save him. I saw him thrown thousands of feet to his death. I climbed down to the river to search for that body. But the river Ilvilis had sent him away.
I don't know if that wizard's gonna be available.
How do you spell that river name?
It's Ivlis.
I need to find a different wizard. I'm whispering to her.
A woman kind of walks up to you and says, "Your tent is ready if you would like it."
Yes, thank you.
She brings you over to one of the small round tents. You see that a family, clearly lives here, but is, spending the night in another tent with another family so that you two could have your own space.
That's very kind.
You see some people stay up, sort of like a night watch type thing, but you are welcomed in the encampment to go to sleep.
I don't trust these people. So, I don't know about you. I think we should take shifts. Because I don't know about you, but, I don't want to get robbed or worse if we're both asleep.
I'll just rob them back, it's fine.
Yeah, but if they, kill us or something,
Well,
and we're
that's
both
fair.
asleep, So, if you want to go to sleep first, that's cool. But, if you decide you don't want to do a watch, then I'm not sleeping tonight. That's where I'm going with this. I'm staying up. How do you feel?
Well, I don't see why they would kill or rob us. They seem to have everything that they need here. So I mean, you can stay up, but I think I can get some shut eye.
Okay. I'm staying up. Good for you, man. I'm staying up.
All night.
Most of it. Not the whole night. I will probably get, like, how many hours of sleep? How many hours of sleep do I need to get?
6.
I'm not gonna do 6. So, I don't know. Yeah, no, I will stay up the whole night.
Okay, you take 1 point of exhaustion.
Yep. What does that do?
Disadvantage on saving throws.
Okay.
And ability checks.
Go stay out. Okay.
You wake the next morning, you're fed pretty simple breakfast.
I'm guessing they didn't try anything last night.
They did not try anything last night.
Told you.
You leave today.
Oh.
Make your way to the village. Start your journey. Change Barovia. We stay here.
Any suggestions? Any contacts in the village? I'm a little cranky.
She kind of like looks over to the tent like, did I not just read your whole fucking fortune last night?
Find a wizard. Thanks.
Your answers you received from us last night. You have food in your bellies and a long road ahead of you. She walks back into her tent.
All right. Let's go.
Alright, I need a D8.
D8. Where's the D8? This dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a 3.
Okay.
Let's fight a bear.
It's not.
You walk back past the sign that you originally saw towards the arrow that says village. The road stays a little bit more intact. It doesn't go down to that sort of misty sort of, village that village. That misty sort of muddy trail that you experienced before. And you notice there are 2 young men kind of standing off to the side. They both have crossbows. They're kind of looking out. You see a third man is perched in a tree. He's kind of looking around.